Welcome back to another episode of the Captain Bagrat podcast, where we're on a mission to fight boring news about Asia and Australia. It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. As always, we're recording from Downtown Chinatown, and today I welcome the boys behind the Lovebox. We've got the co-founder, Jean.
Hello everyone, very happy to talk about love today.
Excellent. And we've got the operations manager, which I like to call you the love operator, Romain.
Thank you so much, Madam Chan. So I'm very happy to be here today to talk about the operation side of Lovebox.
Excellent.
How we make love.
How you make love. So how did you make love?
Good question.
How did love become about for the Lovebox?
I think Jean.
How do we what?
How do you make love? Make the Lovebox. How did it all come together?
How do we make love? Like how do we?
You both.
I was not prepared.
I did not do it on purpose. I was like, how we make the love box, but then I stopped, and the box was important. I realized it was my bad. So you can cut that.
Yeah. But to be true, it's true that with a name like this for a company like Lovebox, it's very usual to have weird situation like this.
That wasn't weird. And plus you're French, so
Sure.
love is your expertise, right?
Yes.
It is, yeah.
Alright, so before we get on to the Lovebox and the phenomenon that's been had through viral videos and Twitter and stuff like that, I'm going to give you a fast five.
Let's do it.
Just so everyone can get to know you two a little bit better.
Yeah, good.
Alright, so you have to answer at the same time if you can.
Okay.
Alright, question number one. Who is the better lover?
Oh, me.
Me.
Sorry,
well done.
Alright, I'm being maybe insensitive to the French, but I'm just wondering, champagne or cheese?
Cheers.
Champagne.
Alright.
Can we do both? No.
No, you can't do it. You can do
Not
both.
together, that will be a shame.
That's cool. Yeah, you're right. No.
It's champagne always first and then cheese for dessert, right?
Oh,
Or oops.
Yeah, but if you need to, if you have only that in the island, what do you choose and that for the rest of your life?
oh, cheers.
And oh no, because champagne, then you can forget about your condition.
That's true.
Or if you're stuck with someone, you get the blue cheese out. You can stick them
yeah.
away. Okay, favorite Asian cuisine?
Malaysian roti.
Chicken tikka masala.
Excellent. And what did you have for breakfast today?
Yogurt and fruits.
Banana.
Wow, okay, very healthy.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. And last question, your best Valentine's?
What do you mean by best Valentine's? Like the
Best experience.
Best experience?
experience?
Like either whether you gave to somebody else
Yeah.
or you got experienced yourself?
Well, with my fiancée, we love we cook everything in the shape of hearts.
Oh my god,
Like,
really? Oh my god!
Man, you got this one. I can't compete. It is so good.
You even cut the meat into a loaf?
Yeah, well, everything.
Well-
Everything we eat must be of the shape of a heart. So, for example, we make we have a quiche Lorraine, which is a kind of tart with cream, and so it's in a form of heart.
Oh, man. This is so
Fondant,
nice.
we have a fondant au chocolat, like chocolate fondant in the form of heart, but in the shape of heart, but it's hard to make.
Oh.
You can't beat the Inventor of Love. I mean, it's-
No, not at all.
And as for me, I don't really celebrate because my fiancée, she was born on the 16th of February, so it's very close. We actually celebrate more her birthday than Valentine's, but and now it's changing with the Lovebox. So
The Lovebox.
I need to do something even better than the cooking in the shape of a heart. So it's challenging me on this one, John.
So you become more competitive
Yeah,
about love when you join this company.
Yeah, you have to, yeah.
Okay, excellent. So now we got a taste of your love and the different types of love that we have experienced. Just wondering, how did Lovebox begin? Did it begin before the internet days?
I guess it began a million years ago when I invented love.
Oh, of course, you invented love.
Yeah, so that was the first step. And so after I did that a million years ago, No, so more silly. So I was in a long distance relationship. It was like maybe I don't even remember, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I was a postdoc at MIT. Well, I was going to leave France to go for a postdoc at MIT, and my fiancée was staying in France. So we were going to be in a long distance relationship for a year, and so it was hard. And so just before leaving, I went to a makerspace, a fab lab where you can build almost everything. And I wanted to build something for the two of us to connect us. And so
so cute and sickening at the same time.
Exactly. And so we have been using the Lovebox for a year, but then everybody in the makerspace was like, "Oh, this is so cool what you built for your girlfriend. I want to do the same thing for my daughter or for my sister or for my kids." And so this is how I was like, "Oh, maybe there is more than just something for the two of us."
But more than just romance, but about connecting families.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And so then I created the company while I was still in a postdoc at MIT.
Yep.
And I launched the product on Kickstarter. It was at the end of 2017.
Okay.
And now we have sold more than 50,000 units as we speak.
50,000 units. That's pretty impressive. So did the first Lovebox look similar to this? Because you've got an example here.
Yes, so, well, it's similar, but, not as beautiful as today, because we had a Parisian...
Same but different.
same but different, yeah.
So same concept, like a heart spinning, and it was a wooden box, but we have been working with a Parisian designer to make it really beautiful, and so before I built the first one with a laser cutter, so it was much more raw.
Rogue love. And now it's smooth love.
Exactly.
Like a smooth operator over here.
Yeah, sure.
So can you talk me through how this works?
Sure. So, well, maybe let's give an example. Let's say, I gifted to Romain.
Oh, thank you.
So much bromance in here.
Yeah, it's a lot of bromance. So here you can see that there is a little pixel heart, a red heart. And I think Jean is about to send me some love.
Exactly. So that's stickers that give you examples of message you can send. Actually, it's more like small gifts.
Yeah.
And so, for example, next weekend is Mardi Gras. And so let's say, oh yes, there is a sticker for Mardi Gras. I'm going to send something to Romain to show I'm thinking of him. And so I'm going to send, can't wait to see your lovely outfit, Romain. And so I send the message. And so Romain at home will see the heart spinning here. So it takes between 0 seconds or 30 seconds. It's quite random.
Because it goes to satellite, right?
Exactly. So it goes through the satellite, also through the planet of love.
Planet of love.
Yes.
Which is your planet.
Exactly.
Never stops.
Exactly. And so once it's been checked that it's really 100% love, then it can be received to the love box.
It's been checked.
Oh, it's spinning.
So the heart is spinning now. So.
Oh wow, it's so cute.
And the thing is, it's gonna spin until I see the message, until I remove the lid and see the message and read the message. So let's do it.
All right, let's see what's
let's
packed
discover,
in there.
Yeah. Wow.
Bing! There's the message. Has a cute little icon of is that a little doggy or a little?
Yes.
Yeah. It says Happy Mardi Gras. Can't wait to see your lovely outfit, Jean. That is so cute.
And do we see what we can do now? Because so Jean gets a notification saying that I've read the message, but
okay.
I can do something to make because I'm very happy to receive this message. So I'm gonna make the heart spin.
Okay.
You're gonna see what it is. So spinning the heart.
Yeah.
And Jean is gonna receive something on the screen of his phone.
So Jean, you're using a Lovebox app.
Yes, exactly.
So
So it's gone to satellite now as well.
Yeah,
exactly. It's checking, processing all this love.
And just seeing if Roman's love is 100% real love.
Exactly. Actually, I'm wondering if it's working. No, I don't know.
And you guys have a website, so it's in English as well. So if people are interested in seeing how the love heart spins.
Sure. So there is the website shows everything. It's a lovebox.love.
Oh my god, Lovebox.love. I should not have asked.
Yeah,
exactly.
Not .com. Oh, excellent. Well, while we're waiting for a satellite to reconnect us to downtown Chinatown.
You must have received it now, because I received it. So
yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah.
I see now.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
I'm connected as well, so I receive it.
Oh, so it's
we're
like,
both connected to
yeah,
this.
so
I'm
on the
receiving it on
screen,
my
all these
app
love
as well.
hearts are falling down
Yeah.
in different colors as well to celebrate
Exactly.
Mardi
It's
Gras.
a rain
So-
of hearts.
Rain of hearts.
many times people say, how do I reply? Because you arrive at home,
Yeah.
you see the heart spinning, oh, I have a message, you read it, you are so happy. and you know, you want to do something. And so
Yeah.
this is a way, like you spin the heart by hand.
Yeah.
And so it sends the hearts back to the mobile app, and it's a way to thank for the message and say you were very touched by what you received.
See, it's so wonderful because these days when we have so much social media, you know, through Instagram, and you write messages, you take photos of each other, and it's all electronic. This is such a good little, you know, like old school novelty thing where it's physical as well. Yeah.
Sure. There's you can see the heart spinning. It's a different
Yeah.
mediation to receive a message, different way to. There's no beep, there's no alarm, there's no sound. It's just this little heart spinning is really makes it unique, I think.
Unique.
At lunch, you know, Romain bought a few postcards for his family and friends, and we were saying that actually there is something very similar between postcards and receiving a message on your Lovebox. It's of course you can send a text instead of, but tell your mother that you sent a text. That's why you didn't send a postcard. You will see her reaction.
Exactly. It sounds like you put more effort in, like when you get a postcard, with a stamp.
Exactly.
And a handwritten. Yeah.
So that's really like this mix between digital and analog worlds, which make value out of the experience.
Yeah. So not only are you two bromancing here and getting a lot of joy and happiness here, there was a viral video that I saw ages ago of this lady. I think she filmed the whole experience between her husband and where she received a message from her husband. Now, can you explain to everyone what that video was and how it impacted on your business? Because it gave you guys a lot of exposure.
Sure. So it's quite funny and unexpected. You know, this product is so much about you know, like romantic relationships, etc. And so all our communication is really about that. And so we suddenly we saw a peak of website visits and sales, and like, what's happening? What is going on? and so we looked at on the social media, and we realized that there was a tweet which had millions of views on Twitter.
8 million view now.
8 million!
Yeah,
Oh my god!
It was going crazy, and so I look at the video, and the tweet started very nicely, like, oh, my husband gifted me a love box, and this is the first message I received, with a emoji like being loved. and so we can see the heart spinning in the video. Then she opens it, and then we can see that it's a drawing of a dick.
Because you can actually draw. You can write messages, but you can draw as well. So this is one of the functionality of the Lovebox. So of course you can draw nice little things like hard stuff and
or
draw whatever you want. Whatever you want, and just maybe.
Or something that you're quite fond of. Yes.
Sure. Yeah. The guy maybe was very fond of this stuff. So.
And so the difference between how lovely the product is and the purpose of the product is not to do that at all, and the contrast between that and the message was so funny that people were just liking and retweeting, and it was a lot of fun. And what was surprising, that comments were like, oh, this is so sweet. and now we can see the difference between it.
It was so wrong. I mean, it was more than, it was even more than this. I mean, I should everyone can actually, maybe there's going to be a link to the video, so you should go see it, because it's actually very funny.
It is. I was laughing so hard, but you had absolutely no prior knowledge of it. She just put it on and
nothing. And actually, then I sent a Twitter message to her, and then I asked her, maybe we can make a joke to your partner and send a specific notification to him and all that. Well, finally it didn't work because his notifications were off, but anyway, so it was a complete surprise, and fortunately, anyway, we don't want to do that at all. We are really like a device for family relationships. So our product is used by kids, by mothers, grandmothers, like anybody in the family. So we are not like prude, and we know that many people use the Lovebox to say quite sexy things, but it's completely okay. Like that's all forms of love. Like of course that sexting sometimes. It's a form of love, but fortunately there is not just that, and so it's beautiful. But so we're not like communicating all that by ourselves.
Yes.
But it's completely okay if the community wants to use this this way and is having a lot of fun.
It's
this way.
using
I mean,
a
having
variety
the
of
possibility of drawing something, then we knew that at one point, like the people would think about this, and it's actually, kind of funny as well.
Well, actually, I was surprised because there is a feature on the app where you can create your own sticker, and then the rest of the community can use your stickers.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
sharing
pretty
the
good.
creativity.
Sure,
Exactly.
if you're a pretty good creative or a good drawer, you can share that the community. It's good.
I can show you. And as you can see, and the stickers, like we had absolutely 0 persons who submitted kind of sticker with
drawing.
Exactly. And so we have many things which are extremely sweet, etc.
Oh, wow.
Nothing with a dick or anything. So actually, and I was surprised. We were like, oh, we will have to do so much moderation because people will make jokes.
So people actually drew these. Some
Exactly.
of these are really,
That's
really
impressive.
impressive.
Yeah.
Especially this one looks so much detail. The I love you.
Yes.
Happy 1 year. Oh, the cute little panda with a love heart present of chocolates. Oh, it's adorable.
Yeah.
I may have to draw like a Captain Bagrat one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, sure.
Now you have to. I'm waiting for it.
Okay.
I will not moderate it.
You're not moderated.
Please do not add a detail.
I will not add an appendage to him.
We actually realized that people were very sweet. I mean, doing very nice stuff, and
They do.
It was a good thing to realize.
Yeah, and good play of words as well.
There's
Like
the Eiffel Tower
I don't know. I think you complete
You
me.
complete me. Oh, it's a jigsaw puzzle. Oh, that's adorable.
Or,
Love you. What was that taco one? Love you more than tacos.
Oh yeah, love you more.
Or in the bear, I love you very much
Oh,
with 2
that's
bears.
cute. I love you very much. Oh, people are
Impressive,
adorable. So then, how do you define love? You two, since you're the creator of love.
It's hard to define what you invented, but
It's like, here, this is how I define it. I made it.
No, I think it's what is beautiful about love that it has so many dimensions. And as we talk with Melody, my fiancée, so for Valentine's Day we were just like cooking heart-shaped things. And we were so happy about it, and this pure happiness of just cooking heart-shaped
I can
things.
feel love hearts coming out of you right now.
And so this is one of the form of love where you just feel like anything can happen to you. You don't care. You feel very good with the person you are, and so this is one of the form of love. And of course then. As life goes with the person you love, there are some other forms of love that you discover, like going through very hard things together, and everything is fine, and you discover that, and I get that, then I get that when we will have a family, something else will happen. So I think that's maybe the most evolving and. The thing in life where you discover dimensions throughout life, and that's what is so beautiful.
Excellent. And what about you,
Wow,
love
what do you
operator?
want me to add after what he said?
He just took all your words away.
Just the creators of love. I mean, especially when you stress the fact, I agree, I'm 100% with you. I agree on what you said about love, like being together, sharing day-to-day life. I think it's day-to-day life. So many people are in a couple and want to engage in this very long and philosophical discussion, but I think so many people are afraid of being together in a routine on a day-to-day life, and this is what I like. I think it's very challenging to be, to pass the first 3 months and to be on a day-to-day life, to learn how to discover a person very well, and some drawbacks you don't realize, and you're just creating together, and going through hard times is a good thing as well, to realize how much you love the person and how much you want to be able to create maybe a family after that, and how you're gonna resist all the attacks from the time, and then what's going to happen. So it's a good feeling when you can trust the person, when you are just having good moments, and then cooking, going out on a walk, and just being happy
The simple
together.
things. The simple things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my feeling.
Yeah, I think it's always nice when you have the high where you do exciting things together, but then there's also the boring times, and I think that really tests a relationship, because if you can still tolerate each other during the boring times as well as the hard times, as you say, Jean, I think that's what cements what real love is and whether a relationship will stay together or not. Yeah, well, for now, I've got Captain Bagrat, so he's my man.
Oh, so he's the one you will send love messages to.
That's right.
Even though he's wearing boxing gloves?
He wears boxing gloves?
Is he here to protect you?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
he's very
He's protecting you
protective.
against the other man.
That's right. It's only lets
She's
the
mine,
worthwhile
she's
one can come
mine.
through. And because you both have fiancés, can I ask, how did you propose?
Oh,
John's
actually,
really enthusiastic.
so we are a modern couple, and so much that she proposed.
She proposed.
Exactly.
Oh.
And so, well, I don't think she would like me to give the detail, but well,
Okay.
she proposed me in Guadeloupe. That's where she's from.
Yeah.
She was born in the French Caribbeans. And so she proposed me on the island where where she spent her the best year of her life when she was
how
like.
romantic.
So yeah, it was a beautiful day, of course.
Oh. And that was before Lovebox,
so
right?
modern.
It was before Lovebox, so she proposed me even before I invented Lovebox. But I already invented love at the time, of course.
Oh yeah, okay, because otherwise it doesn't work.
And for you?
And for me, we've been together like 2 years now, almost 2 years, and proposing, proposing for.
A marriage?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
marriage.
no,
So
you're
this is
not?
not done yet.
Not done. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I assumed.
No, I mean, it's
Oh.
fine, but it's I don't know. Maybe one day she's gonna hear about it, and I don't want to ruin her moment.
Okay, let's not ruin
But
it.
it's still something which is really in my mind, because there is a lot going on for me, like on my personal life. I'm gonna move out. I'm gonna move in a different city in France. So I think it's definitely my roadmap.
Yeah, it'll be through the
Technical-
Lovebox, right? Yeah, you'll ask for her hand by Lovebox.
We need a special one in which you can fit a wedding ring,
Yeah.
Oh, and-
which is something we've done about.
Oh, a diamond love heart.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, many people propose with the Lovebox.
Yeah.
Really?
Some of them
Yeah.
shared on social media.
Oh, can you tell me some examples of what they do?
Well, they basically, it depends. Some they give the love box and then they hide the ring just below the lid.
Yeah.
And so when the person, so first they discover the love box and then the ring.
Oh.
And so it's like a double surprise.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, of course.
And some others they more like give the ring on the top of the love box.
Ah.
So I guess it's So there is the heart spinning and
Yeah.
the ring is on the top.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it depends. But we have a few ones on our Instagram. You can check. We share all the stories of our community. There is a hashtag Lovebox family, I think.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
and so yeah, everyone can share his or her stories, and we retweet. Well, we reshare that
So
with the rest of the community.
It's a little bit safer than putting the ring into like food, because sometimes or drinks. Where you heard stories where I drank it and then I was choking on
Actually,
it.
shocking.
Yeah, I think it's better not to kill while proposing.
What? You swallowed a $10,000 ring?
That's just so awkward. Oh dear. And from here, where do you see your business going? Is it going worldwide? Has it reached Asia as well? Australia?
Yeah. So we launched in Australia just at the beginning of February.
Okay.
So
Quite recent. Yeah.
Yes, it's quite recent, and it works pretty well in Australia because there are so many people coming from all over Asia, and so we didn't really launch in other countries in Asia, but Australia was a great way to start, because this way now we have a community with all different people having family overseas in Asia, and so this is definitely a perspective we have, and we our market today is mostly in the US. Like
okay.
it's like 90% in the US, because there are so much, I guess, compared to Europe, because we come from Europe originally, but really we don't sell that much in Europe compared to the US.
Okay.
Because US is so, well, first of all, I guess they are much more comfortable with saying they love people, saying it. In Europe, we're much more shy. Like, I love you,
really
but we'll never tell you. So it's and plus distances are bigger. Americans have a lot of family overseas, and so
in their own country, it's such a big country. So
yes,
and Americans love to use social media to demonstrate their love as well, and so the box.
They're much more advanced on that, like early adopters on this kind of new hardware stuff, and we are in France actually, or in Europe.
Yeah, but I think like love is universal.
Oh, absolutely.
So really, like our ambition is just like like skyrocketing. That's what you say, like limitless. Like the stars are the limit. Like.
So what does the planet of love look like?
The planet of love. Well, first of all, there are hearts. Okay. I guess there is my melody, my fiancée. Yeah. What else there is in the planet of love? Maybe that's enough.
And champagne.
And champagne.
Babies.
And babies.
I mean, they are the product of love. I mean, definitely on my planet there is a lot of babies. I'm not ashamed of saying this. Like babies.
Just wait till your girlfriend listens to this, hey?
She knows about it already. We are on the same wavelength on that.
The love wavelength.
Yeah, the love wavelength. Oh yeah, good one.
That could be your new meme or motto for your company.
Yeah, the love wavelength.
Yeah. So majority of your business is based in France?
Yes, so most of my team is in France. We have one person in San Francisco, and I am based in Sydney. And in particular because I want to expand the business into Australia and then Asia. And I think that Sydney is a great place for that. There are so many people from all over Asia. Yes. And so,
so multicultural.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so much food here. Oh my God.
Yes, it is. I've been here like 3 weeks. It's insane. There's a lot of like Asian cuisine and everything.
Is this the first time you've been to Australia?
It's my first time. Yeah, it's my first time in Australia. Yeah.
Yeah, and you've only been in Sydney so far?
Yeah, only Sydney and the Blue Mountains.
And Blue Mountains. Yeah, that's a different place. Yes, so that's two places. Yeah.
It's just majority of the time was in Sydney for 3 weeks, and discovered a lot of like multicultural. Like food is amazing. There's so much. It's a great place.
Excellent.
And to be honest, when I don't invent love, sometimes I surf, and there are good waves.
And so when you surf, are the waves in a love heart-shaped tunnel for you to go through?
Of course they are.
So what have you enjoyed in Sydney so far compared to are you in Paris or?
I'm in Brittany, but no, not in Paris. Brittany and then in the Alps.
Okay. Are there any differences that you've seen that you love about Australia?
There are. There are many differences. I mean, in Sydney than being in France. I mean, I won't do a list, but it's much more multicultural. I would say many more Asian people than there are in France. So it's a big difference for first, and it's. I wouldn't say in terms of mentality, it's more or less the same, like advanced, and
But you mentioned you loved the tikka masala, was it?
Yeah.
How does that compare to the French version?
Well, I mean, we don't have it in France.
Oh, really?
No. It's particular because I lived in India like, a few years ago. So I lived in India and the UK. So they are very much into it, like Indian food. And but no, in France, majority of people don't know about chicken tikka masala.
Did they know about tandoori?
About what?
Chicken tandoori?
Not even really, because
well, a bit. I must say, I've been living in France for the rest of my life. I just arrived in Australia like 1.5 years ago, and I knew chicken tikka masala.
And I'm not saying that people don't know, but it's such a very common thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Exactly.
I mean, when you have champagne, seriously, you don't need anything else.
But I guess we think we know, but we don't know because we've not been in India, and so what we ate was shit.
Sure. Yeah.
I love the accent. When you just swore, it reminded me of a time when a few of us, we went to China and we went to the borders where there's like a lot of snowy mountains, and then as part of our group we had two French guys, and out in the middle of nowhere there's no sewage, so it was just a pit, and then everyone does their thing, but it's in a little wooden house, and I just remember the French guy going in there, and then the first thing we hear is like, "What is this? A mountain of shit!" But can you imagine if an Australian went in there, I'd be like, "Crikey, what is this?" It was just beautiful the way
that's what I like being a foreign person in any country, that you can make people love so easily.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Even when you swear, it sounds so beautiful and romantic.
Exactly. You sound romantic and funny. Without efforts. That's really great.
Right.
That's really great.
No one really holds it against you.
There are a lot of jealous men in this office space because when they said, "Oh, the French boys." Oh.
No, we cannot help that.
Well, excellent. Well, and thank you so much for coming on the show. Yeah, and everyone else should definitely check out the Lovebox. It is full of happiness.
Thank you, Madame Chen.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting us, Madame Chen. It was a pleasure.
Excellent, boys, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your stay in Sydney before the love operator leaves.
Yeah, tomorrow. Actually, I leave tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, go back to France on Wednesday.
To produce more love operations.
Of course, yeah.
All right, guys, I'll leave it there. Bagrat out. Hey, thanks for listening to this week's podcast. For the latest updates and posts, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you love it as much as Captain Bagrat and I do, please support us on Patreon, where we hope that our dream of having our own TV show will become a reality one day. So then we can continue to fight boring news on everything, anything, and nothing with an Asian twist. Thanks for your support. Bagrat out. Solid.